Welcome, I'm Philip Johnson, patient coordinator here at Sponaugle Wellness, and we'd like to introduce you to a guest of ours here today that has been treated with us for 6 weeks, and maybe one more week to go, and going home and enjoying life again. So tell us your first name.
I'm Kathy.
Kathy, how old are you?
16.
16, my goodness. And what state are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio, what a great state. I spent a bunch of years in Ohio, and still have some good folks up there. Well, we want to talk about what brought you to Sponaugle Wellness. They got Dr. Rick Sponaugle, Dr. Gordon Crozier involved, and our staff team here involved in getting you well again. So let's start back with your story. At some point you must have got sick. Something went wrong. So tell us about that.
Yeah, I never had a bullseye rash or anything, or don't remember getting bit by a tick, but I remember getting very sick about 3 years ago.
Okay. Let's talk about sickness. How did it manifest? What were your symptoms?
I was nauseated 24/7.
Okay.
I had migraines for about a year. Fatigue, depression, anything flu-like. I had it.
Perpetual flu.
Yeah.
I used to say, because I had Lyme for so many years, that I was perpetually motion sickness.
Yeah.
I always felt like I was nauseated and sick in the back seat of a old bumpy station wagon. So 2 years, 3 years of that, you've been going through that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. At what point did you feel like you had Lyme disease?
About a year ago, when I was diagnosed with Lyme disease from a Lyme specialist.
Okay. You came here, and we do our proprietary testing on folks before they even get in here, so that the day that you walk through the doors, we're ready to start treating our patients. And do you remember anything that they said to you on that day? Were you surprised about what they said you had? Can you remember any of that?
I was really surprised when they showed me my fry test.
Okay.
Because for a while I didn't know how sick I was, and that really showed me how sick, and kind of in some way comforted me, but also scared me.
Yeah, the fry test, they're able to magnify a very, very small speck of blood. They keep magnifying it larger and larger, and your blood cells, they blow them up in that photo, and they're able to see parasites there. You probably saw biofilm,
A lot of biofilm.
your very own biofilm for the very first time. And that's the Lyme spirochete will weave this spider webby type thing in your body, that biofilm, and it wraps up, protects itself, and it's usually never alone. So there's always co-infections that go along with it. So you would have had biofilm, you would have had Lyme. How about mold? Was there a diagnosis that you had the mold and Bartonella perhaps?
Bartonella.
Protozoa rheumatica.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are all nasty parasites, which we treat. Most of our patients have all of those. There's no one that comes in here that just has one of those things. So we're very, very good about dealing with all that. So you've treated now, and you've had our healing IV drips and supplements, and genetically they may have found out, you had mold. Do you have the genetics to detox that mold out? Or
No.
so you discover that about yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know how important that is? It's going to save you a world of grief through your life, knowing that I am a moldy person, and or more importantly, that I can't be around mold. And you'll have to be careful about that, but discovering that about yourself now at 16 is very, very important. So you can avoid those situations through life and have these unknown sickness or unknown symptoms hit you that you just never knew why you were having them for any reason. We're 6 weeks out, and you had a breakthrough a week ago. Just
Yep.
suddenly started feeling better.
Last weekend, the week before, I had 4 alpha lipoic drips, and all of a sudden on Thursday I just started feeling so much better. Had a great weekend.
And I'm so glad to hear that. We have several kinds of drips here at Dr. Sponaugle's facility. They do forensic work all the time, determining which drip that you need and when you need it and when's the right time to do it, and whether we're killing bugs or we're detoxing toxins, or giving your body what it needs to heal itself. So wonderful that you had that breakthrough. When we start feeling good again, we forget how other people feel. I said, wow, this is what it's like.
Yeah.
How did the sickness, before you came here, how had the sickness affected your life? I know at 16, you're bound to have a lot of things wanting to go on. That's a great time to be alive.
Yeah.
So what was going on? How was it affecting you?
Well, freshman year of high school,
Okay.
I had to go on partial home instruction.
Okay.
Second semester, and sophomore year of high school, I was hoping not to, but I had to go on partial home instruction and full home instruction at one point.
So you were missing a lot of school. And
I had to quit dance.
okay. So you were a dancer, and that would take a lot of energy, coordination, balance. So you may have been having problems with all of those issues. Plus, if you're perpetually sick, like nauseated,
Yeah.
who wants to dance when they're sick? All right. So you feel like you can dance again now?
Hopefully.
You feel like you're strong
Soon.
enough and ready to go? All right. So you've had, you feel like if we were trying to do numbers, percentage-wise, of how much you've improved in this period of time, is it 10, is it 50, is it 100%? Where do you think you're at?
I'd say about 75%.
75%.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And we're going to treat one more week, I believe, right? Now, we want to give hope to people. Is there anything you want to say to everyone that's going to watch this video?
Yeah. For a while, I obviously didn't realize how sick I was, because people are in wheelchairs and not able to walk, and it just gave me so much hope to be here, because I didn't have as severe symptoms as people. But know that if you do not have as bad as symptoms, that you could still have Lyme, and this will help a lot.
You still have Lyme, and it's some people suffer in silence for years, and wonderful. Very exciting to have you here. You're here with your mother, and that's a good mother taking care of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. All right, folks. So glad that we had time here with Kathy, and we hope to talk to you again soon. Thank you.